Guys, we are on our way to Dreyer Motorsports for the Yamaha and Kawasaki demo rides. We're meeting up with Nacho, maybe a couple other friends, ride a couple bikes. I know I'm going to look more towards the cruisers and touring bikes, and I'm going to see if I can ride a Ninja 650 because I've heard that those bikes are really fun to ride. And I'm getting a phone call, so yeah, I'll see you guys when I get there.
We want to have a safe ride. Yamaha has a zero tolerance policy, which they're quite serious about. No wheelies, brakies, burnouts, slingshots where you lay back, create your own space, fill it rapidly, excessive weaving, standing on the seat, going down the road, taking a selfie. Any and all unsafe acts. I always say my ticket's mine, yours is yours, because guess what? That's happened on a demo ride before. I didn't get a ticket.
See, and I always tell everybody they got to pool together and pay for mine.
Pay for mine? Yeah, well, yeah.
And right off the bat, crack my windscreen here. Right off the bat, the bike didn't want to go into first. That was interesting. It is very comfortable though. And it is, it's kind of windy today, so the batwing fairing on this bike is catching some of the wind on the handlebars here. That's one thing to note. But when this bike, oh my gosh, this bike is super light. And first gear is very short. It has a kick shifter and footboards. Not a big fan of the kick shifter. It works with the footboards, but I'd rather have pegs and a regular shifter. Maybe for longer rides, yeah, you know, footboards might be better for longer rides. As you guys know, I am 5'6" with a 29-inch inseam, and I have to use the balls of my feet to keep this bike up, but I can put both my feet on the ground, which is nice. And it's not, the bike is not heavy to where there's neutral. The bike isn't like too heavy to where it makes it an issue to keep it upright, which is nice. Feels like it has a decent sound to it. And the brakes are pretty responsive. It's got some speakers in here, navigation. When I turned the bike on, the navigation came on automatically and it's telling me where I'm at. Tells me my speed. Tells me the speed limit that's the road I'm on. That's pretty cool. So we got Nacho coming up here. He is gonna test ride some bikes as well. Get his feet wet on seeing how other bikes feel and whatnot. Man, it's windy today. Even with this fairing on here, it's still kind of beating my head up a little bit. Everybody in the demo ride getting crazy. So let's see, we're doing almost 80 now. This actually doesn't feel too bad, but as windy as it is today, this fairing is not doing anything whatsoever. The crap out of my head. I think I'm getting more wind resistance on this bike than I do my Gixxer, or at least it's just taking it differently. Maybe it's because I'm more upright. I can't tuck down and get streamlined with it. I mean, I could, but this bike is so wide, it's not gonna do me any good. It felt pretty stable on the highway, even with all the wind. So that's a good thing, I guess. I don't like the turn signal knob button. I don't like it at all. It's feels very, very cheap, like a brake. It's not very tactile. As you can see, I'm wiggling it around. Like I don't really care for that. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like these, because I don't like the kick shifters, because getting neutral can be difficult, and I like to slide my foot up underneath. I actually kind of like this bike, believe it or not. Compared to the Harleys and the Boulevard, I actually kind of like this. And I rode the Striker too. I rode the Yamaha Striker. But I kind of like this. This is see the suspension. Oh man, this thing. It takes bumps like a champ. I think I may like this one a little better. Scraping foot pegs. I was in a really low gear, but the bike still handles it pretty well. I want to say the Honda VTX has a little bit more pep than this bike does, but this definitely has a smoother ride. Would definitely have to change the exhaust though. This exhaust is not doing it for me. Hey, it's a little bit too quiet. I don't know, the tone is really weird. It just sounds really muffled, almost like it's getting smothered. The bike sounds like it just needs to breathe. That's one thing I feel about the footboards, man. It's hard to judge when they're gonna scrape. So I don't know how far down I can go. I just gotta slow way down for the turns. This is a better route than we took last time. This has more turns. Everything else I gotta say about the bike is all stuff that you can change and adjust really easily. The clutch and the brake lever, I don't know if that's not adjustable, but you can get aftermarket adjustable brake levers. But the clutch lever, where it engages, I would adjust that a little bit. Turning on a cruiser, I hate it. I hate it so much. I always feel like whatever I have available, footboards or pegs, they're just gonna catch the ground and they're gonna slide out from underneath me. I wonder what this bike would feel like with a passenger. Mrs. Viper didn't feel like coming out today, so she doesn't get to tell me what she thinks about it. Man, this bike takes bumps very well. I really like that. Alright guys, so that was the Deluxe 1300. Overall, not a bad ride. Looks pretty cool. In my personal opinion, I like the hard saddlebags, but definitely one of the nicer baggers I've ridden, especially from Yamaha. So I've always heard that the Ninja 650, we have Kawasaki out here as well, and I've always heard that the Ninja 650 is a good bike to start on. So we're gonna try that out next and see how that bike is. So again, 2017 Yamaha Deluxe 1300. So thanks for watching.